Talking about, baby. Play my year. Welcome to the episode. Ground floor where agree, disagree, still be family. That's the theme song. What up, though? For my second album, JL Lee World. I own the music copyright. Don't mute on Facebook. And all these jibber jabbers out here, stop saying it's yours, it's mine. I made it. Get the hell on. I was got to peel something like, man. Phew, Lord, give me strength. I'm your host, JL Lee. My amazing co-host, Brother Rome.
What's up, good people?
Okay, he just roamed today.
Yeah, just roam today, man. I got the glasses here just in case I need them, but
okay,
let's get it, man, on this Saturday.
And bring it in, my amazing co-host from Cadillacs to Lax and something, Kia.
Get some food or what?
I don't know.
What up, y'all? What up?
What's up, kid?
All right, today's show called What's the Tea?
What's the tea?
And we lost Theo, Mark Jamal Warner. The T app was established in 2023, we right don't know, where first it was for women. So if you dating Pookie, you get his picture put out there. Do you know this man? And if Pookie got a few of them, they all on the thing saying, that's my man. And they're like, okay, we know what we're going to do for that dude. So recently they made a male version to that where a dude could say, you know, Juanita. Ain't not wrong with those names, P. I'm just using some names. It could be Cindy or April or whatever, or Jonathan. So don't see, I'm a guy, you get racial. Shut up. So they made that. Just recently, a hacker hacked it. Now, 4chan was someone that discovered it and reported it. They was able to get 72,000 images, 13,000 selfies and photo IDs, and 59,000 images from posts and comments. To fix it, the T app is working with a third-party cybersecurity company to fix it. Now, they also added people affected were users who signed up before February 24th. So what are y'all thoughts on the T app itself and its purpose? And it got hacked.
You know what? I didn't even know about the T app until probably yesterday when somebody was talking about something, and then she was like, "Yeah, y'all, that's why y'all on the T app." And I said, "What the heck is the T app? Like what? Like, I need to pay more attention, I guess."
Yeah, I came across on them YouTube streets, some content person talking about it. I forgot who.
I was like, "That's wild." I said, "Oh, so y'all just dropping people in, and he's a cheater. She's a cheater. Don't do it." Like, oh, okay, this was.
And that's what they were doing. Like, this my man. Do you know? Like, I was with him yesterday. I was with him last week. Like, oh snap, we got snitching on a whole new level.
I just feel like we got too much time on our hands.
Yeah.
And then on top of it all these images, now y'all done got hacked.
Damn.
So now you might be a case of stolen identity, or then who knows what they may do with the photos of you.
Yeah.
With AI, anything is possible.
Yeah, age is Skynet now. And to be Uncle Jeff for that moment, let's be real. Some of y'all like them type of dudes. You're gonna go back to him anyway. You're gonna buy some flowers, baby. I'm gonna change, I love you. You're gonna take his ass back. So what are we really talking about? And I mean, why out? Why bullshit? Why?
Hey, all I'm saying to you is like Kia, like you, I'd never even heard of this app until just recently, the last couple of days. And there's a reason. I'm living over here, y'all living over there. Yeah. So hey, I'm gonna stay in my lane. The way I look at it is it's just crazy. It's crazy to me that you have to go through those type of loops and hoops as a girlfriend, as a fiance, as a wife, because you said it started for women, all women to get to. So it's kind of like, when you have that gut intuition, if you will, that gut feeling that something's going on, I just personally believe there's a different way to have things revealed. You know, my grandmother used to say, "What's done in the dark could come to the
It'll
light."
come to the light.
And you
Yeah.
know, it's that's the reality. You know what I'm saying? Some things can be revealed to you in dreams. And you just,
All the time.
you know what I'm saying? It's some stuff, and I'm talking about good, bad, and indifferent. I'm just saying that sometimes some things can be revealed in dreams, and you don't have to stoop to these measures. I just feel like once you start getting involved with I call it the messiness, you know, because you look for something, you can find it. You know what I'm saying? If you look deep enough, you can find it. It's just like, it might just be some simple flirtation. You know what I'm saying? It could just be, hey, how's your day going today? It ain't nothing malicious. They never linked up. They never did anything. It just might be the person talking to somebody. And, you know, sometimes people, against people having friends, I get it, especially that you don't know about. But it's kind of like, I just feel like the best way in 2025, open communication. Just be real. You know what I'm saying? I'm dating you, you dating me. I mean, we got to talk about it all. Because, well, you know, 20 years ago, you was talking about more pertinent things. You know, can you have kids? What's your credit score? You know, stuff like that. You know, like what kind of, you know, serious debts do you have? Now it's, hey, are you making six figures? If you're not making six figures, what's your plan? You know what I'm saying? You 6 inches or more. You 6 foot tall or more. It's like we got all of these stipulations, and it's just craziness to me that people coming up with all of this stuff to keep things messy. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we starting to get from these drama reality shows, and now people trying to put that in their own lives.
Yeah.
You got all of this drama on all these shows, and now everybody just want to have messiness in their own life. And I take on applies lifestyle. Like, I ain't about to be arguing with you. Like, you call me with some foolishness. Hey, if that's what you believe in, go ahead. Then there ain't no need of me getting involved with all of the, you know what I'm saying, the hooplas and the, you know, it just ain't worth it, bro.
Nah. And then for some stats, I think you sent it to me a while ago, they say 16% are the ones that make 100K. So it's not a lot of people that's making 100K. So you just saying dudes or a female scrappy dude, could they making 99,000? That's not bad money.
And let's be real, folks. 100K in Detroit is different from 100K in LA, in Miami.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Depending on your,
you know what I'm saying? So
living in that
when
city.
we're saying these things, we got to be careful on those type of things, because social media is pushing this kind of foolishness, whereas real women, I talk to real women weekly, and you know what real women are saying? Long as he who he say he is, he's not a serial killer.
That's
You know,
right.
he has an honest career, and whatever, you know, entrepreneurship he's doing, he all right with me. They not up here talking about no 6 figure, because guess what? The 6-figure dude's struggling just as much as the damn 50,000 dude. How do I know? Because people got all kind of things. That 100,000 dude may have 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just different things for everybody, man. So it's just, you know, just focusing just on the money. I know plenty of people who invest their money really well, and they may not make $100,000 a year, but when he retires, trust me, that dude gonna be better off than the dude over here, because this dude ain't managing his money right. So it's kind of like, you want the guy who got the long-term goal set up properly versus just the glitz and the glam, because when it comes down to it, you know, it's gonna be about your partnership. You know, if you like to travel, you like to do different things, you're gonna want some money to fall back on.
Yeah, and let's look
Absolutely. It's not about what you make, it's about what you do with what you make and how much you keep. You know, it's about your mindset and what you have in terms of and when it comes to money. And money ain't everything, that runs thin. Anything can happen, the economy could change or whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
If you don't have certain things set in stone, you may lose everything, right? You may lose your ability to work, right? So what's it gonna say about your character after that? You know, it okay, so and then why y'all acting like $100,000 is a jackpot? Because it ain't. You know, so like you gotta it's once again, just like you were saying, bro, just stop with the foolishness. It's all just foolishness at this point. And we sitting up here and we letting TV and social media run our lives and not using common freaking sense. Like, okay, so they got 100,000, they kicking your butt every day. You cool with that? You know what I'm saying? If you got an issue with your partner being shared, you cool with them cheating on you every day? Like you cool with that so long as they making 100,000, make it make sense. Like this stuff is crazy. And people just weird out here these days.
And
That's my take.
and when you do the math on it, they forgetting about Debo, IRS. They're gonna tax 100 grand, so they might be making really 80 they actually take home. They not that number sound good. It's not really that because you got to
Yeah,
tax.
if they don't have tax breaks, if they not and if they not a business where they can where they could claim some deductions, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So
Our mindset is all wrong. We don't even know what it means to have a money mindset, but yet still we talking about we want somebody to make 100,000. You making 100,000? Why you looking for that other person to be?
no, he got Batman Birkin bag, Kia. You know, I want the finer things in life, but I don't want to get off my ass and do it. I want him to do it, so I can tell my friends.
Some men be wanting women to have too. They be wanting to be taken care of too. We ain't talking about.
We still got them. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. What's that? Got to save a hope, man. They're saving them. They're still doing it. Shout out to E40. Great song.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
People want sugar mamas and sugar daddies.
And those are websites. I learned that years ago. Blew my little innocent mind. Like, sugar baby looking for sugar daddy. Like, this a site? What? I was talking to someone who that was young and told me about, like, okay, all right, the shock is past me now. I'm in business school. Let's talk business. You know, at some point you have to fucking run. What? You think this dude gonna keep cashing the caviar, the Keiko trips, and he ain't gonna get some slow head of that ass? Quit playing. You're gonna have to do something strange at some point.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
But let's be real with it. Like, and they got all type of honey and stuff they can take to make sure they can beat them Chiefs. He ain't gonna drop 10 grand on you, girl, and you ain't doing nothing. Stop it. But Jeff, you ain't thought about that. Nah, he old as hell. Yeah, hey, they got stuff to make sure he can work that thing. So go ahead and bang grandpa. Have fun.
All right, you're gonna be Marcus and Darling. Lady Eloise gonna get a hold of you.
Mm-hmm. And some of them, if you're listening, that's real. No dude is gonna keep giving you his money without expecting that ass. Don't listen to whoever tell you they're lying to you. I don't care who told you. Ain't no dudes might be Willie Lump, but at some point he's still a man. He gonna realize, man, and I ain't getting no type of return out of what I'm doing this for. He gonna have that moment of epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
Are you an asset or your liability? County terms. And if I'm just running 5-10 grand a month on you, I ain't getting no ass, I ain't no head, you won't even hug me, you won't even hold my hand in public. You just living a life up. Nah, go find somebody else, boo-boo. And she's gonna make a video crying like he just left me alone, because even the ones out here getting understand the game. Like, okay, I already know what it is. And that's what you do. Hey, do you. You wrong. But there are consequences with your choices. Just saying. Now, there was a video on The View where a guy had checked in on one of the ladies. I'm not sure if it was real. AI song saying it might not be real, but what he said was true. One of the ladies was on the Housewives of Atlanta, talking about how she don't need a man or nothing, and he was basically saying, well, the show is based on Chase Behind Men while y'all acting wild as hell, so what are you really talking about? And everybody was quiet. Now, I figure still talk about it, whether it's true or not. What he said still hold true. What are y'all thoughts about the housewife shows and how they portray women on the shows compared to real life stuff?
Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I was. I can see it on Kia's face. She
Feeling like I did that Nietzsche drop on him. Like, damn, they both like.
Yeah, I can see Kia thinking about that one.
I ain't thinking. I got a whole mouthful that I'm.
No, you know, in this moment, I remember there was a show that came on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was MTV. It was called Celebrity Fit Club.
Okay.
So my cousin was on there, and he said that old girl that played on the Cosby Show, Tempest. She pulled everybody to the side off the camera and said, "Y'all see what they doing? They're trying to portray us in a certain way. They're trying to create drama for ratings and things like that." And she said, "If y'all got a problem with any of us, let's do it off camera. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna slander each other on that camera." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so he called it the Dr. King moment. Like she pulled them to the side, had a Dr. King moment. But when you go back and look at that season, it started out where it could have went left, but after and if you notice, that show's still not around because of that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's how deep this is.
The first Surreal Life was all positive with Hammer and them, and they like we need people who's gonna fight on the next season.
So unfortunately, the narrative has been pushed from the Real Atlanta Housewives, Love and Hip Hops, Baddies, all of these shows. You got to have drama, and the drama is creating stuff that doesn't exist. And so what those producers do, it's like snake in the grass stuff. They'll go to Kia and tell Kia, "Hey, Jeff said that you blah blah blah, XYZ. You was doing this with this person. You did this." So it's to fuel something that never even was said. So when she gets to where she got to go do the weigh-in and she's going to do this, like, man, why you tell them I was eating some Chick-fil-A and some donuts? I ain't eat that bullshit. And then you looking like, whoa, like where's this coming from? You know what I'm saying? And she riled up, ready to swing on you. And the people hold her back, and you sitting up there like, but that's to create that drama. And so what I feel like is everybody that's out there today, you know, you fast forward to the times we in the drama era. And when you sign up for these shows, know what you're signing up for, because it's all to get the ratings. It's all to insinuate, you know, those type of fights, those type of situations. So when it comes to the Real Atlanta Housewives, what the young man was saying on there was real. He was like, when you think of the word housewife, it's not sitting up here going to all these trips and fighting and going over to all this different stuff. A real housewife is taking care of the home. That's really what he was saying. And the woman's, you know, at home taking care of the kids is going off to school. Some kids is homeschooled in those situations if they're not in a private school situation. And it's just all of those things together. So I just feel like the narrative of drama has been pushed over the last 15 years in particular. And that's where we are right now. So it's like that's what sells, and it's a market for that. There's a whole different market of people who don't even look at that kind of stuff. They won't even entertain it. You know, not one episode. You know, you got a whole different market who watch something like 90 Days Fiance over that. You know, because they're looking at something about love around the world. Whereas that, you know, Housewife, that's supposed to be about love, but when you watch the show, you might see one couple you really like, and the rest of them you just like, this is just drama. You know, every episode is drama. And so I just feel like that's the narrative that's being pushed. When you sign up for these shows, you understanding that every time that camera goes on at any given moment, because all it is behind the scenes is whispers in your ear. So when we get on this camera, I can be hit by a storm by what they told you. And I'm looking at you like, Jeff, man, I ain't say that. And then it's making me look like I'm a coward on TV because I'm being sensible. But if I'm ready to throw hands with you, oh yeah, get him, let's go, let him go. No, that ain't what it is. But that's what they pushing, And that's the narrative right now. Drama and fights over everything. Look, we got the Detroit versus everybody. Drama and fights versus everybody. If you not part of no drama, basically, if you lay back and sensible, you're not gonna survive on these shows today.
Nope.
That's not what they want. You know, you got to go find you a podcast to go interview on and bring your sensibility to the whole thing. Like, you know, kid going somewhere and do an interview on finance and how important insurance is, life insurance and things like that. But, you know, if she want to go do something that, the next big show coming out of the deep, you better be careful for signing that dotted line, because it might be one of them straight up drama ones. And she going into the meeting thinking it's gonna be a sit down. Hey, you done forgot them gloves. It's ready to throw down. Like, hey, they ready to throw down when you come in. Take them glasses off, put your Vaseline, and you look like all of this on camera too. Like that, it just makes no sense, man. That's what we are, bro.
Yeah, they itching for the drama at all costs. It's like, and I'm gonna typecast you. They gotta find the one that's messy. They gotta find the one that's gonna be the slut. They gotta find the one that like it's always that. But they've been knowing that for years. When you think about MTV started it all, right? When you start thinking about what was that, real life, real whatever,
Real
when
world.
they was on
Real World,
Real
yeah.
World, that's it, Real World, Jersey Shore, all of them. That's why all they was doing was hooking up and arguing and fussing and fighting. That's it. And so it has just escalated. And then, you know, like you said, it's a market for that. You got people who won't even watch. You can't catch me not 1 ounce of a millisecond turning on some housewives, basketball wives. Then you got all type, you know, you got Atlanta. And then it was of New Jersey. It was you name Beverly Hills, whatever. They come out the woodwork and they just keep recycling the same thing. And you know, they know that people need to be entertained, and they can't stand their lives so much that they want to be in the lives of somebody else and feed off the drama that they have. Like, to sit up there and to see how catty and backstabbing and malicious that these people can be to one another, and this is what you just sitting up there and enjoying. I mean, how long before we actually have a real Squid Games? How long? You know what I'm saying? We become so desensitized to stuff. Are you gonna sit back and be like, but it's just a reality show? You sitting up rooting on people getting killed, real live Hunger Games. We sitting there, you know, watching, being entertained. It's like, come on, man.
I know what that show was. I never watched it.
What show?
Oh, he said he ain't never watched Squid Games.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know the Squid Games actually came from a real life situation over there years ago in South Korea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that actually happened. They never did find out who that person was behind all of that, but that actually existed.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
I haven't watched it, but I know my aunt, you know, was telling me about it because she was watching it. But it's like The Purge. You know what I'm saying? Like
crazy stuff.
You actually have a game show where you're killing one another.
What a premise, just so y'all know, since y'all both never seen it. Basically, the premise is people who have a lot of debts. So let's say Jeff character may be a person who had a gambling debt, and he got a debt of $200,000. So they pushing the agenda of money, the agenda of money. So like, Jeff, you got a chance to win the jackpot of $1 million. So Jeff, you're looking like, I can get these loan sharks off my head. They ready to take me up out of here. I do whatever it takes. They already about to kill me, so my life on the line anyway. So everybody that they went after is people whose life is on the line in their own head because they got massive debts. It was massive debts. Like, once you see them talking, you know, how much debt you got? Oh, I got 200,000. Oh, I got 300,000. I got, you know, this. So people had massive debts. It wasn't like your 5,000, 10,000 type situation. And they always playing for a jackpot, and that's what kept people hooked, because once you make it past that first round, you like, hey man, I done made 30. I need to get this. And it's you know, greed. It's that greed kicking in and keeping everybody going to try to go to that next prize. So it's a mind game type of show.
Right. And my whole thing is we keep pushing the envelope and pushing it a little bit further and a little bit further. How long before we push it all the way?
I mean, they probably like to go back to gladiator stuff, like that Spartacus TV show. But we ain't there yet. But I'm pretty sure people like, man, we need to do the real like gladiator stuff from back in the day. Put them in a basketball or somewhere football field and give them weapons and they go for it. I'm like, no, we still American. We're still conservative. Some they don't want to, but you keep making stuff to lead you to, man. Just give us weapons, saying fight to death, like real life Mortal Kombat. That's not.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
That's crazy. Like, so clearly y'all ain't really in no type of Bible, whoever y'all believe in. If they keep making, because there is a market for it.
Yep.
They made like 5 Purge movies, the Squid Game, other stuff they keep making. Like, and there's sadly a market for this stuff. Or they would stop doing it. They making no money off of it. Now, there's one video. I ain't know what this dude is doing now. But he looked like he could be late 20s, early 30s. But he was telling a story how his mom kicked him out of the house at 17. And I would watch the video just amazed that, okay, he sleep. His mom come upstairs on his head, wash the dishes. Okay, he go take care, go back to sleep. Come take care of this. He do it, go back to sleep. Bless you.
Bless you.
Then it was like the last one was, oh, you left a dish. And she was drinking coffee out of it. I'm like, okay. And then she just get out the crib. So he wound up going back to his father's crib thinking it'd be some support there. And his dad was like, man, that's whatever your mom say. So he started sleeping in his car or maybe staying with friends. I'm like, if we forget that parents, male or female, could be neglectful to their kid. You don't think it's 17, you just don't, man, I want them gone. And you just doing stuff, which is wow. Y'all thoughts?
Everybody ain't meant to have kids.
That's the truth of the matter. Okay. That's the truth of the matter. And not just that. I think also we don't talk about evil of the mothers sometimes. Sometimes we talk about deadbeat dads, absentee fathers, we don't talk about mothers who are bitter. Let's just say she thought that the man's father was going to marry her one day, and let's just say because he didn't marry her, she took it out on what came from him, which was the child, and because she's bitter, she didn't know how to channel that bitterness, that anger. That's why today everybody's pushing mental health, because if you get to a stage of depression and it goes unaddressed, that young man is your son. Like, you should never be upset at what you helped procreate, create, and bring into the world just for no reason. If he did something, not doing good in school, you could be upset and have that conversation, punishments, things of that nature. But based on what he was saying, and if you notice what he said in that video, Jeff, he said that he never really had a really good relationship with his mother.
Yeah.
And so that means he was experiencing that level of something's not right. This is my mother. Why are you treating me like this? And so I'm pretty sure by the time he got to 17, that's why he said it. He was like, I'm just like, all right. Like, he was prepared for the worst. And as a child, man, when you're 17, last thing you want to be thinking about is homelessness. And if you notice in that video, Jeff, he said that he would go over to his friends and talk to them until like 1 a.m. because he was afraid to tell the friend and the friend's parents, hey, I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I tell people all the time, you got to be able to look at situational awareness when it comes to different situations, because if somebody coming over to my son every day and I see him sitting on the couch, I'm about to pull the kid to the side. Like, hey, man, I understand life happens. Let's have a heart to heart. And I don't want to do it in front of family. I want to do it. I want you to get it. We're going to get out. We're going to go and sit down. Like, I'm going to treat you like a grown man at this point. I'm going to take you somewhere that I know going to be open to like midnight, where we can sit down and really have a heart to heart as to what's going on. Because my thing is, if young men where we come from don't experience true love, the streets will win, because he's going to chase love following the streets. And I look at that as an opportunity for me to reel somebody in. It ain't even about adoption. It's just about doing the right thing. Like, hey, this person trying to go to school, you trying to do all of this, we're going to at least make sure, you try to finish that out and have a conversation with your parents if they're going to do it, to make sure things is done the right way, because you don't want the child services getting involved and everything if you can help it. But I just feel like, based off what he was saying, she had a lot of internal issues. I don't know if it came from her childhood. I don't know if it came from lack of being married to his dad, but the resentment turned towards him. And she was making him the problem based off of what he was saying. And I just feel like that's when things get evil. And sometimes, like Kia said, sometimes people don't need to have children, because when you fragile and broken and you end up having a child, I see so many videos, and these are not skits, so many videos where the young men then had a child with a young lady who's broken. And because they not together, I seen a video that was bone chilling a few years ago. The girl called him, was like, hey, you better come get your son, because I'm going to take him up out of here. I'm like, wow. And the little boy was less than 2 years old. And when the young man got there, it broke his heart, because you could hear him just crying. She had the little boy like he was about 1 in the carrying thing, and his lip busted up like she done punched the little boy, and she done left him out in the freezing cold. And you know what I'm saying? And so the young man grabbed the little boy, and he called the police and everything. And she was just like, I don't care. I don't care. So who knows what the young lady's going through mentally. But for you to do that, you're going through something. So I'm just thinking that it was bitterness, it was pain, it was unaddressed issues, and she didn't know how to channel that and talk to her son in the proper way. And say, hey, I had a child when I didn't want to have a child. Like some people don't know how to say it, but some people are brought here as a oops baby. It was unplanned, unintentional. And some people out here thinking they can't have kids and never went to a medical place, men and women, thinking I can't have kids, and then one day, boom, you have a child. I thought you couldn't have kids. Well, that's what the doctors told me at 16. Well, you're 36. You mean to tell me you ain't go in the last 5 years? No, I ain't never think to do that. And that's what happens today. So it's one of those things where, man, people are really dealing with some real issues. I think that it's messed up, but it seemed like for him being on the show, he got some other things going on now. Sometimes it takes you going through the trenches to become the person that you are.
True.
And I think that's the whole thing. Like, no matter your circumstance, you still can rise above. One of the things that I saw, and I could have listened to it wrong. Y'all listened from it, hearing that they were separate. I didn't take it that they were separate. I took it that his dad was
Still there.
with his mom. Yeah, because he said, well, we had intended for it to be just us anyway. So and sooner or later, it was just gonna be us two anyway. So whatever your mother say goes, type thing. And I was just like, wow. When I heard that part, I was just like, oh, okay, that was his take on everything. And some people are like that, whatever the person says go. I'm not about to rock the boat or whatever. But we have to stop giving a pass. Like you said, we always hear about men, and there are so many women that have an issue in being incapable of loving and expressing love, just as men are. And so, and it definitely hurts. And that mother from that mother child dynamic, but definitely the mother son dynamic, right? And not just as with girls, the first man we know to love us is our dad. That's the same thing in terms of women, when it comes to sons. Like, that's the first person, that's the first woman to love you. And for her not to be able to express love, just like you said, anybody will try to find that out in the street. But we got to hold people accountable. You know what I mean? Some people, like you said, we don't talk about evilness enough. And some people just have that spirit. They haven't dealt with their own trauma, the own things that they have issues with. But we can't always get them a pass and just be like, we see it, we get it, right? Even on a man's side, it's still mental health, right? You still need to go and talk to somebody, get it off your chest so you can know what's going on with you and heal. But we quicker to kind of put that on women and be like, well, she probably going through something, she feeling some type of way about who she was with. You still decided to have that child. So at the end of the day, you're responsible and you got to be held accountable for how you love them, how you care for them. You brought them into this world. Now, if you didn't want that child, then there were other options that you had, and you definitely could give them to somebody else who gonna love them. There's plenty of people who, want to adopt children, but yeah, short end of it, everybody ain't meant to have kids. God might bless them with them, but that don't mean that they have what it takes in order to be responsible to take care of, nurture, and love them.
That's true. And I was just double checking. A child 14 to 17 can be emancipated from a parent parents if the situation is that bad.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, coming from social work background, you 17, it ain't much nobody can do for you to help you. At that point, you pretty much you at the helm of aging out of the system. So thinking you about to be placed in some type of foster care home or anything like that, bro, at the end of the day, 17, you homeless. Like my man said, I'm homeless. I'm going and I'm talking to people. I mean, I'm chilling at my friends' cribs and playing like, oh man, I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to come out and just be like, I ain't got no place to go? So you embarrassed, you shame, you not saying anything, but at the end of the day, you too old. So it's like you got to get a job, you got to do something to be able to take care of yourself. But you at that threshold where you still a kid, but now you crossing over and you can be everything you do. You can be held responsible as an adult.
Yeah, we need a system for that because you're right, they do age out, and if they ain't got the tools so they can take care of themselves, that's a lot of 70-year-old boys and girls that you putting on the street if don't want to take them in as family or anybody they know because they situation that bad where they gotta get out of that house.
Yeah, and you do have teen homeless shelters, and so there they can provide resources. But how many, can get there or know where to go, and is there room, and you got
Yeah,
all
do
these
they got
other
enough
factors to play.
to house the people that might need it, unfortunately. Then we come to then we do the health after this one. Um, Theo, we all know him. He played Theo Huxtable on Cosby Show. Then as he grew up, he did Malcolm and Eddie, Malcolm Jamal Warner, actor, poet, director, musician, all around talented individual. He was born August 8th, 1970 in Jersey City, New Jersey. Unfortunately, he died July 20th, 2025. Lemon, Costa Rica. They say he was trying to save his 8-year-old daughter when they were swimming, and the tide caught him, something like that. What is y'all thoughts his impact?
I just seen it as, somebody else, like we always say, gone too soon, right? Just still a young man. So having an 8-year-old, it's like, dang, so many things she not gonna be able to do. And then it's the impact on her. Like knowing you ever gonna want to swim again after all of that? I don't know.
There's some trauma. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And being a kid who fathered dad when I was 12, depending on your family dynamic and how they taking it, my family, unfortunately, they went their own way to deal with it. You stop being a kid, you got to grow up. You got to figure out how to get the graduation, and then the real scary part, life after graduation. Like, ooh, Lord, what the hell going on? But hopefully, they family can stay close together, and that kid won't experience what I experienced. But I learned there's been some other kids who had, unfortunately, that same journey for parent past, where they had started growing up quicker because everybody grieving, trying to process, and you might still need to get out of school, whatever, middle, elementary, elementary, middle, high school, whatever. And it sucks. But then you get older, you need to talk to someone about them life situations, like we saw on the Cosby Show. Oh, dang, mom gone. Damn, dad gone. Hopefully, there's someone that can step in. You talk to them, and it helps, but it ain't the same to get it from that parent that's not there.
Mm. No, that's good. My kid said, you just had that feeling of going too soon. Mm-hmm. And what really makes it sad is that they were on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where when you go to do something good and it turns into a natural, tragic disaster. And, here it is. I'm pretty sure something he's used to doing on vacation, going out swimming with his daughter and second nature and going out there and thinking everything is, like normal.
Yeah.
And a turn of events. And so, to his daughter and to his family, our condolences, our thoughts and prayers. I highly recommend not just grief counseling, but a therapist, because this young lady is so young that her next 10 years of school is going to be difficult. There's no more father-daughter dances. There's no more father-daughter dinners, things of that nature. So in these moments, families can corral and come together, or you can let this dismantle what all was built. So I would say, with the legacy he left behind, being, what seems to be a great dad, he did what any dad would have done, save the daughter. And, hey, I lived my life. And if I'm going to save anybody, it's going to be her. Her life is still ahead of her. So he did exactly what any father would have done. And I just can relate to that, being a father, that it's like, hey, my man did everything he was supposed to do. And it's going to be difficult for her when she gets, well and out of ICU and everything that goes with that. And really understanding and processing this is
she's in ICU?
At first they were saying that it was so,
okay.
Because how everything happened when they found him. I think it was another surfer near the area.
Yeah.
Able to save her, and they, by the time they got to him, they had to try to do a revive, but it was too little, too late. And so I'm pretty sure it was because as she's fighting the water, he's holding her up to keep her breathing. And so, yeah, it's just one of those difficult situations and tragic situations. And like you say, all you can do is just, send out your thoughts and prayers in those situations, because it take you by storm. I always tell everybody, death is inevitable, but it's the suddenness that messes everybody up.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the suddenness.
Yeah, I didn't know. So, the full situation, I just knew that they were out swimming and something happened, and he ended up, they ended up saving her, and but he took on too much water and ended up drowning. So was it like a current situation? Like, was the current too high and took them out, and she ended up going under, or like?
I guess basically with the interviews they did with those surfers, that area, I guess, is known for those high tide times. So I'm pretty sure after this they're gonna have to start posting those times for those things, because most countries have Like I've been to Dominican Republic, and I was probably 300 yards in the water where you can sit down and the water's coming to your knee.
Yeah.
They said after 5 o'clock, that same area would have been probably 20 feet deep.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? But they told you that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they understand that time frame of, hey, y'all can you go and do what you're going to do. But we letting you know if you was out here on this island after 5, that area that you in will be 20 feet deep. You know, and I tell people all the time, I do my little swim thing. When it comes to an ocean, I'm going to that 6 foot and I'm coming back in. When I'm out there past 6 foot, I got the life jacket on just because I just don't trust what's in the water, let alone what that water can turn around and do and everything. Because I done did the snorkeling thing, which is fun. I never did scuba diving and all of that, but I did the snorkeling, and I got that vest on the whole time, looking at those fish. Cause I just don't trust not only the water, but what's in the water. And I want to get the heck up out of there. Like, hey, what's that right there?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that fish. Let me get on up out of here, man. You know, and that's like my mindset. And because I know I had that mindset, I always tell everybody I like the water, but I don't love it. And that's the reason why, okay, what beach you take me to? I'm going to that 6 and I'm coming back in. I'm not going too far out there unless we on a boat. I get on that boat with you and go out there because, you know, even there, they're going to have the life jackets on and things for stuff. But it's just one of those things where I just don't trust what's in it, let alone me going so deep and not knowing the changes of that water, you know, throughout the times and things like that.
Yeah, open swim is completely different from a pool. That's for sure.
Yes, it is. It is. It's just it's a little different.
Yeah, I believe it until TMZ had finally said it. I'm like, Theo dead? Nah, I need to see TMZ now. I need some more credible people before I say, oh, he gone. And then, because I know they actually paying for the real information after I remember we went to a birthday party for my boy mom when Kobe died. I'm like, man, whatever. Man, now Kobe gone. Like, until I see on ESPN say it, because I didn't know TMZ were paying people. Like, man, they'd jump out and ask the famous people a question. Bump them. Let some real people, journalists, tell me he gone, then I'm believing. Until then, nah. Then I learned, no, they actually do be paying to get the real, so they're not just the shock job people. Okay, so they're more credible if they say it. But just saying, oh, Pito's gone, like, man, whatever. Y'all said somebody else did a while back. And like, I'm alive. I'm here. I ain't going out because y'all keep posting it. The real journalist people put it out there, unfortunately.
Yeah, for him, it's just like, you know, to see just like we fall in love with characters, right? But to hear how everyone talks about how much of a stand-up guy that he really, you know, really was, along with his character. He always played those wholesome characters, you know, but then also living that in real life. So, you know, once again, we can hold on like we actually know somebody, because a lot of us grew up with him, especially being Theo, you know, on the Cosby Show. But, you know, his family actually lost a real life human being that they loved. And so, like Jerome was saying, all our love and condolences go out to them, and the challenges that they might have along the way as time continues to move forward.
Yeah. Before we do the health, I need to move from this because I'm feeling down myself. So, what's the song y'all might listen to get you up when you about to go out and do something fun?
A song?
What's something you playing? You getting dressed? You going with your people, your family? Something fun. What you playing?
I
don't know. I don't think on that one a little bit. Jerome, like, you got your go-to song.
You know what's funny is I always say I gotta go with the mood, because one day it may be a classic hip hop track. You know, it may be Pac, Me Against the World. You know, because it's just hearing that beat. You know, put Me Against the World when you know, because at the end of the day, when you drive your car, you in control of being aware of your surroundings and paying attention to the traffic lights and all of those different things. So you always have to have that situational awareness. And then it may be one day you listening to a gospel track. You know what I'm saying? You might wake up and be feeling that, and it's so many songs you can go on there. Like going through that, it's a plethora of tracks. I was listening to Wes Morgan's song one day, I Choose to Worship. You know what I'm saying? Like, just woke up, like that was just the one that I was playing, woke up with that. I would have to say, man, you look at like recently, like when I go to the gym, I play reggae or whatever.
Interesting.
I like listen to Bob Marley because Bob Marley got some classics. He got some really good classics.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing's gonna be all right." And to hear with that accent, all right. And just to hear with that accent, it's like that's what I do. Like I go to the gym and put that on, and it just play like all the different classics, and you just hear that, all these years later, and it's don't worry about a thing. Don't get caught up in what's going on, what you don't have, what you got to pay, because the bills ain't going nowhere. At the end of the day, you only can pay what you can pay. I remember one time I was about 23, and the lady called me. She said, "Sir, now that you're in the state of Georgia, I said I wouldn't give a damn if I'm in the damn state of damn Ghana. I don't give a damn where I'm at." Like I told her, I said, "Listen, at the end of the day, I'm telling you what I have and what I don't have. So at this point, y'all do what y'all got to do." You know what I'm saying? And I was like, one thing you got to realize with me is you can make all the threats in the world. Just show up. Y'all gonna show up? Show up. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with, hey, I'm gonna be outside at 3. Well, you gonna show me. Be outside at 3 then. Because that ain't gonna scare me. I gotta still go to school. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you being outside at 3, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Hey, I'm gonna still be in there from 8 to 3. I worry about you at 3. But right now, I gotta focus on these classes. I told the girl, I said, man, with all due respect, do what y'all gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I done told you what I could pay. Y'all talking about that ain't enough. At this point, you ain't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? You done messed it all up. I'm good. Can't worry about it. But I would say that's been my song lately. Don't worry about it. Bob Marley.
Yeah, I love that. I would like to say that all things are wholesome at all times.
Don't lie now. Don't lie on this platform.
But it ain't. But no, one of the things, like when you were talking about as far as being down, or if I'm like getting hype in terms of just what are we talking about? What's the word? Like the affirmations or whatever, or more emotionally stable. Whatever. I when you talked about gospel songs, I listen to Pastor Mike Jr. a lot. Amazing, winning, big. Like those 3 songs are often listened to. But then, I was just in the freezer earlier today, and I said I was gonna make a post. I'm like, does anybody else just randomly out the blue start hitting one of the songs from the 99? I can't even remember what I was listening to, but if it's Juvenile and 400 Degrees,
interesting. Okay.
if it's girl, you look good. When I'm just gonna automatically start like, okay, like it's one of those things. But yeah, we all got that little ratchet song that we go to. It just pop. I was like, anybody else it just pop in your head just randomly at uneventful times. But yeah, so I had that, and then you always classic. You can't never go wrong with Pop. You can't never go wrong with X. No. So that's where I'm at in it with it. And then you might have them times where you just be like, you feeling brown liquor music. You might decide you need to be listening to Marvin. Please believe me. So something like that. So it just like you said, it just depends on the mood. Yeah, and you can't never go wrong with neo soul. So
you said brown liquor. I thought Anthony Hamilton, I cry.
Of course, yeah.
That was so like, woo.
Yeah.
Boy, woo. And fun fact, folks, that Soul Life was his first album, but that label Soul Life disbanded.
Mm.
And I'm like, this when I played it, my older brother ran upstairs like, what's that? Like, this Anthony Hamlin. And I'm reading up on it, like, dude, this was his first album, but they disbanded and he got on with I think So Def, and we got Come Where I Come From. But I'm like, I cried like I call him Big Ant after that. Like, that's Big Ant. That dude be talking about some things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could play country, Phil Collins, some Bon Jovi. If I'm going out, I might throw Reunited by Wu-Tang on. Yeah, hype.
Hmm.
Pop, you might do Pitch Rome, but like that beat just like, wow. And to watch that show they had on Hulu about how they became and how he viewed them as being the instruments, he the orchestra. I listened to it different now, like, dang. So that was his thought process, because I didn't know he was their producer, RZA. And that was the thought process with that violin, like, dang. And that boy hit hard when it come on, like, woo. All right, let's go do our thing, have some fun. Now, health. What you guys doing for your health?
Got my water today.
Hey, there you go. Get that water and do
That
it.
lemon in there look like.
Yeah.
That's right. I only got 14 ounces left of my 64 ounces.
Yeah,
So.
there you go. Get that in.
Yep. I did my ABC the other day, so I had my juice going.
Okay.
Yeah, getting back to it, like being busy and putting other people ahead of self. I hadn't been really doing too much. Oh yeah, another thing I've been doing is made sure that all my meals was prepared. So
You doing meal preps?
My own. So yeah, I made sure that I was cooking. That way I can stay out of the restaurant. Because ain't nothing healthy from there. So
they expensive, man. Because was telling me they sell like $16 subs at Subway now. Like they that much.
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that's crazy.
To still be hungry.
Yep, to still do all of that to still be hungry.
More bread than anything.
More bread than the meat.
Oh snap.
More bread than the meat.
So I have been doing that, and then one of my colleagues reminded me that how important rest is. So she told me take a nap. And I was like, oh, okay, because I beat myself up if I'm tired in the middle of the day and want to go to sleep. She's like, no, it's okay, take a nap. So I've even said if it's just 15 minutes that I can close my eyes and have my brain not work for a moment so I can get myself back, that's what I've been doing. But them 30-minute boys, they slap. And you wake you up, you like, okay, let's go. I can conquer the rest of the day. But yeah, rest has been escaping me most times. So I'm being intentional about that right now for sure.
Okay.
No, that's good. That's good. I like that. I think I was talking to Jeff about this the other day. I've been looking at different articles and stories coming across my feed, and what this being summertime, I think people tend to forget how quickly our vehicles can become hot. And we have to be conscious of that. I don't care if you thinking, oh, I just got to pick up some paperwork when I pull into this parking lot, and you walking in the door and speaking to that receptionist and picking that up. Those little kids that you have in there, that 1 minute can be 1 minute too much. That 3 minutes can be 3 minutes too much. So although you only planning on being there for so many seconds, just take the time to take them out with you to get into that place, or leave them with a loved one that you trust to watch them during that moment. Because, in this particular case, the young man came back to go to the car. Well, he was arrested. And that was here in Georgia, in Cobb County. And so, here it is. He was picking up his shoes. And I'm like, your shoes is not that important to where you have a 3 and a 2-year-old in a vehicle.
He left the windows up?
Yeah, the windows was actually all the way up. The car wasn't even running with the AC or anything. It was just, windows was up.
Blistering hot.
They were sitting there, and the police came along. Somebody must have seen it, called the police. They busted out the windows, opened the doors, took the kids out, put them in the back, and they waited for him to come out. And It's just we got to be conscious of those type of things because almost every day I hop into that truck. If I don't park in some shaded area, it can read 117 on the inside of that vehicle. 117 is no joke, and that's no joke for
stroke.
No, let alone a actual toddler. So we got to be conscious of that. So today's more about the safety. We got to just be more conscious and don't be so quick to just rush to do things. Everything. I always tell everybody, I would rather you be 5 minutes late to work than to be speeding and flying and find yourself in the ER.
Yeah.
Or dead because you was just, thinking you had to do the bob and weave through all the traffic and everything. Just be, I always tell everybody, if you're talking about you're not a morning person, don't take the jobs in the morning. Do you a mid shift type of job. Do your job that can start at 12, 10 a.m., second shift. Do those type of things because it's better for you to do something that's in line with your personality opposed to you just rush. I gotta go here. I gotta get there this time. And then, all because you're 5 minutes late. Get to your destination. Don't go out and kill yourself or kill somebody else just trying to rush through life. That's my take.
For sure.
What you on, man?
Man, I see a lot, bro. I'm telling you, man. When I'm here, I tell y'all, I do 2,500 miles minimum in each month, and I see a lot. And I just like for people to just be conscious of what's going on because we too busy. In this life, everybody's just too busy, man. I mean, it's easy for you to just be rushing out of the house, going to do what you're doing, and you just got to take it easy, man. It ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be late than to sit up here, and there's nothing you can do. I tell people all the time, I can plan an hour in advance, leaving out 2 hours early to get to where I'm going, and still just make it there 1 minute early because of accidents and stuff like that.
And so y'all can't drive down there.
And you got to think about it. Now it's a melting pot. Everybody's coming from everywhere.
Yep.
When I say everywhere, I'm talking all over the world. Some people coming from places where it's dirt roads. Some people coming from places where, like, they just see the exit, like, oh, I got to get off right. And they just go, boom.
They go all the way across.
Yeah, all the way across. And you right there looking like today, I was driving early, and I was like, this truck going to cut me off. I said that in my mind. And we both turned. It was a 2-lane turning road. We're not even on the freeway. 2 lanes.
Oh, that leaning over your lane.
Yeah. So Buddy seen the car going too slow for him. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to speed up like I normally would to get past the truck because I got a feeling he gonna get over. When we barely even turned, the car in front of him going too slow, he started getting over. And if I would have sped up, I would have had to go on the wrong side of traffic just to avoid being hit. And then he threw his hand up. I'm looking like that ain't gonna work. Like,
you say keep your hand. I don't want you. I don't want you saying my bad. You knew it when you was doing.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing. If I would have been conscious of that, I could have just got sideswiped. Yeah, just like that. And I was like, man. So yeah, that's why I always just be looking at all of that stuff, man. So today, that's the health tip. Is just the safety. Just be aware of everything. If you got to be somewhere, just get up a little earlier. It's just better for you to not be in that rush and end up in the hospital or dead just trying to rush
or kill somebody else. Because we all up and down my timeline is somebody who crossed over the median and ended up plowing into the workers on the highway and ended up injuring too and killing another person. Wow. And I guess my circle knows this person personally, you know. So it's like father of 6, married.
Wow.
So no longer here, super young. It's crazy.
Wow. Woo. What you got, Jeff?
I'm gonna wait on you. You good? You got
good.
Clean the closet out today.
He got it out. He got it out.
I got it all out for the folks.
Stay in y'all lane. Slow down.
Yeah, stay in your lane. Slow down.
The whole show like this dude ain't smiling. He got that.
Yeah, stay in your lane.
Smiling.
Yeah.
Smiling now. This whole show is like.
Yeah, stay in your lane and take it easy.
Be breezy.
Off your chest, so
Be breezy.
Keep doing my meal prep,
with it, Doc.
my water, and keep saying no to the voices, because man, that junk food be. I would love a hot and ready right now. But I lost 50 pounds so far, so.
Oh, congrats, bro.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's
a big freaking
big,
deal.
man. That's big, especially when.
Yeah, I was 382, like crazy, man. So I'm gonna get down about 230. Then you're gonna see Black Thor. I might go viral with that. So we get the wig, the hammer, the cape, some baby oil, the tank top, and lather up and take a picture before and after. Think something.
You got the mute on.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know how that happened. I said, please don't hear our cry, oh Lord. That's what I said.
You know, it's funny because I might put in the story. I do the story time thing on my YouTube channel about funny moments in life. And I did the one about the wedding, Jerome. I put that on.
That was wild.
Yeah, we got set up. We like, we're gonna be a truce. We ain't gonna snap on each other. We cool. No problem. My older brother trying to make his boo-boo happy on the wedding day. Said that bullshit. And like, damn, he just dropped the nuke on us. Okay. People been watching it too. But I was telling my brother-in-law, who I did earlier for interview, about his story. Phenomenal. About a while back when I started saying, okay, I gotta be some little wiggle room in this healthy lifestyle. What about sugar-free snacks? Research, like, well, you can get a little something. Okay. Call my sister, she a nurse. Man, can I just like, well, you can do like some sugar-free stuff, just not a lot of like, okay. So I get an aisle. Oh, they got sugar-free, the caramel pecan things that you would buy around Valentine's or something. I'm like, okay, that sounds like a plan. And swear to God, I hear Jeff. What the hell? I might get this one. They got this one. I hear Jeff again. Like, man, what the fuck calling me? Dog, it was a Snickers and Reese's. Like, bro, where you at? You don't rock with us no more. Like,
that fool.
I can't let with y'all no more, man.
I'm calling your name.
They were like, dog, we used to. Yeah, I know you taste good, but I can't rock with y'all. No more slutting. I'm healthy snacks. I'm getting the sugar free. Like, you know, that don't taste good. Like, yeah, won't nobody know if I just nope. Go get your unsalted cashew. Go get it. And imagine, because man, anybody who got these problems, you can do it because Lord knows it's a Coney Island up the street. Like, man, chili fries. But you can do it. Just keep saying no. Stay the course. It's been 4 months, bro. I've been clean.
Yeah, hey.
Like,
You keep fighting the good fight, cause I know. Trust me, I didn't turn the new leaf, cause everybody know pastries is my.
And I didn't know that about you. I knew you love honey buns.
He like
pastries and stuff like that. Like when you're a person that cook cakes and cookies and all of that. That's. And I went 1 year, I think it was 21 when I went to do my physical, and I ended up having to do the glucose test because my levels was much higher than the year before. So, that 2020 was a number because you at home. You can't really go out. And that did a number on me. And I was in here having a field day. And after that, I tell everybody, man, I literally only want to see my doctor once a year, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, it was my motivation. So now I take it in stride. Like what you talk about, the stuff call your name. I look at that stuff. I walk right past that aisle every time. I could be Myers. I could be I'm going right past that aisle. Like, nope, don't do it.
Yeah, because definitely in losing the weight, when I saw the doctor a while ago, before I just recently checked myself, when I went to the hospital when I should be dead right now, sugar was 80.79, my A1C was 15.4. So when we checked it, it was 8.2. And she's like, "Oh, we gotta work." And I'm like, I told this lady, she probably forgot. It was 15.4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a hell of a turnaround. Yeah, yeah, it's working, even though it sucks, but it's working. It's going in the right direction. So anybody out here who got these, who's a retired junk food slut like myself, just stay retired. Don't do it. Just don't.
And it don't have to, it don't. As you continue on and your mindset changes around it, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be. If you start focusing on what you can eat and not focusing on what you can't, then it'll be a better journey. And everything is reversible, or now they call it remission or whatever, but it can be done. And so in terms of, is not to say that you can't have anything that's enjoyable. Just the thing is, either fix it yourself or just know what's in what it is that you're consuming. The more you're aware of what that is, then the better it is for you. So there are healthy snacks that you actually can
Yeah,
prepare.
because I tried to when I first had got high blood pressure early millennium. I worked out, lost weight. I get sugar-free cookies, ice cream. I'm good.
No, that's junk.
I ate that and it was terrible. Like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I just bought the real thing. This don't work. I'm done with this crap. Just just leave it alone, Jeff. Just I tapped out then. I'm like, man, I quit.
I'll tell you, because she's diabetic, you can get that Patty LaBelle diabetic cookbook.
Okay.
And she got the foods in there. She even got desserts that's in there that you
Okay.
can have. Of course, you won't do the desserts often, but the times that you do, you can see what she has in there. And I think that that's a really good one to get, just so you can have some soulful foods without feeling like you can't have anything
Okay.
Yeah.
all together. So
I mean, I might have a cheat day end of the year, maybe.
yeah, like like when you get around a holidays, like you can indulge in the sweetest of the cakes of the world, but you can, somebody might make a pound cake or something like that, and you go,
Right. And then there's other things that have alternatives in terms of the sugar, like,
yes,
using date paste or date syrup. It doesn't spike your
Yeah, I don't
blood
want
sugar as quickly as, any of the other ones.
You heard of monkey softener or something that's like a different sugar I bought? I'm like,
Monk fruit.
that's it. I'm like, what
yeah,
the fuck is a monk? What the?
Yeah, monk fruit.
And it costs a damn like you got to hit a brick out here in the streets, man. Like, dog, this stuff is high.
yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
I would tell everybody to really be healthy. A lot of this stuff is expensive,
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
you have your own fruits and vegetables that you growing
Yeah.
and things like that, the stuff it can add up.
Yeah. But where I save at is going to the open market,
Yep.
open
Okay.
vegetable markets. I don't hit Kroger or or even the
You go to Randazzo?
Yep, I go to Randazzo a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it's fresh. I get what they have there. I go to Blocks sometimes. That's a little bit further. So when I
Okay.
have times, I go to Blocks. It's closer to the airport.
Okay.
But they're farm fresh, Michigan, so it's local.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get, and then with that, I'm able to save because the tomatoes that they'll have there will be a lot less expensive than it is when you go to, your local chains, your
Mm.
Kroger, your
Okay.
Myers, your all of
Now,
those. So I save on that, and then I also there's sometimes you can hit a lick at Aldi, right? Because they
yeah,
have
that ain't bad.
things as
Yeah.
well. So, and that's how I get all my fresh whole foods from. I stay in the open market, vegetable market, such as Randazzo and stuff like that. And so that has helped Asian food markets. They have a lot of stuff, and they're not as expensive as the regular stores. And that way, you're able to get other
That's right
vegetables.
over on Service Drive near
What's
12.
Service Drive?
What, Tiger Market or something? Used to be a Chinese
Oh
spot.
yeah. I haven't been in that one
Yeah, I
yet,
ain't been
but
there.
I
I was
have
going
been in the
there.
one next to Randazzo on Telegraph. It's an
Okay.
Asian food store over there too.
I'm gonna check that out.
So
But
yeah.
I have decided when I do cheat, I'm cheating style. I'm going a piece of poplars.
Oh Lord.
I'm cheating style, baby. If I'm a slut up for one night, I'm a slut up right. I'm gonna get some good stuff and some salad. I'm good.
just know and understand, slutting for one night can take you down the road that you be
Yeah,
like, damn, I didn't think I was going down there.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it'll take you a long time to get back. So abstinence is key, right? Like just
hey,
don't do it.
hey, she definitely right about that
Yeah.
because it'll take you somewhere. So you gotta be careful. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
be careful.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get a big one, maybe a little baby when they make that.
Mhm.
Than what I would do. But
Get you the recipes to the healthy desserts and you'll be okay.
yeah, but on this path, I might not even do it because just getting used to like you don't need that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and last words before we head out.
Oh, you know what I say? Be easy, treat people right.
Three people
As
right.
Jerome said earlier, stay in your lane.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was gonna ask, man, y'all got some brown liquor somewhere over there? Y'all can't with a serious face down like, damn,
No,
we
I
serious
think
like that. Okay, what's going
no,
on with them?
hey, I think what the topic was, what we called it, the T, the whole thing. Um, I think about the Kermit the Frog.
Ah, yeah, that was big.
Yeah, I think about the Kermit the Frog, and he got the little pinky up. He got that
Yep.
like, hey,
I gotta
I'm one of those where I'm too old for the gossip, so I'm not even trying to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I would prefer to have positivity news, like you saying, hey, I just signed on this major deal, boom, boom, boom. That's the gossip I want to hear. And
heck
so,
yeah.
Man,
and
I
so when it comes,
received that.
yeah, exactly. And when it comes to, hey, you got a picture of this? Anybody seen him around? I'm getting my Kermit the Frog with my tea over here, and I'm taking it up because I just don't want no part of mess. I don't want no part of messiness.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, we came up in
Protect
Coogan.
my
Great.
peace. I don't have time. Protect
We
well,
saw
my
I
Natalie.
don't have time for that right now. I don't have time for the drama. It's anything that's gonna disrupt my peace. I don't want no parts of it. So I
Mhm.
just say, stay in your lane and leave all that foolishness alone.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. And I was prepared too. So next time I gotta be able to ask y'all
Yeah,
my question. I did think about it real
yeah,
good. So
yeah. We
I'm
got to
ready.
get those.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah, let's get that.
I'll
I
drop
can't
it in
wait.
the chat.
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait.
Shout out to you that's been watching. Man, one, I think everybody gonna love my comedy script. And I'm done with it because the names are crazy, but it has a real story.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get something out of it. But definitely take charge of your life and your situation.
That's good.
I mean, speak from experience. Laid off, looking for jobs. I told you I almost died because I told you I want to be quiet, but Lord want me to be open, and I'm being an open book. Be obedient. So I started my cleaning company, and I'm out grinding, passing out flyer stuff. Because said bet on yourself, and that's what I'm gonna do. And
Mm-hmm.
this hook or crook is gonna pop. I mean, come on. It took me 23 years, but I got my degree. It's in there.
Mm-hmm.
From a snooty pants school like Illich, smart people there, all that type of stuff. So all this stuff gonna pop, and just don't lose focus or the doubt and all them things kick in. Just got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna pop for you because when it pop for you, boy, all them little podcasts and little bull you heard, get out my damn face. Don't ask me for nothing. I'm gonna be petty for at least 2 to 5 minutes. Oh, Gary, petty in the grass on that ass. Like, oh, you want a job?
Oh
You
Lord.
said little podcast and I was out here grinding doing this.
Everything is little, bro. You know that.
Like, nah.
Your
I
little
can't do a little
business.
$150.
Yeah, your little business, your little vacation trip, your little
Yeah.
everything.
Your little
I didn't even know that was a diss one. Like, they dissing, like, huh?
your little
When
house.
they say little, they lightly
That's
diss.
a nice little car.
It's basically what it is. It's a jab. It's a
And I
jab.
never knew. I was like, damn, that's what they were saying. It's a little pirate.
I
Yeah,
always related to boxing, like it's just a little jab, like boom, just a little hit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a knockout punch or anything, but it's to let you know, like,
Unless you say little with everything, like me and my
yeah,
sister, everything is little.
look,
It ain't no, it
all
ain't
that
intended
biz
as no
marketing I
jab,
see 'em.
but for most others, yeah.
Just let it play. Like, nah. I saw you in Fortune magazine. Nah, that wasn't me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you said the deals. Nah, that wasn't me. Your
You
team
saw me
making
on the
money.
little magazine.
Man, what,
Yeah.
me? You worth 500 million, Jeff. Me, I ain't got no little 500. I ain't got that. I ain't out here doing nothing. I got the little stuff. Remember, I ain't got nothing. And hey, God knows, hey, I'm petty.
Mm-hmm.
But I've reeled it in over the years. So I give you 5 minutes of, oh yeah, let me be a petty asshole just to let you know. I didn't know that was a diss. That's the sad part. I'm thinking like, okay, I don't know. You say a little, but everything takes time. That's when you build it. It will come, like the movie. Real talk. A little, like and I see that everywhere. More like people really be dissing people, saying that little shit. Like, wow, why don't you do something? Then I had to. I'm my soapbox for man. I had people want to tell me, and starting out with this thing. Oh, ground floor ain't gonna work. Like I'm having this conversation, ever it's gonna work. Well, you doing this podcast, I don't know if it's gonna do nothing, ain't gonna make nothing. Like if God told me to do, it's gonna do something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Why are you worried about it?
Really, that's how you do. You tilt your head to the side and look at them like that,
Like why you
bro.
worried?
You know, crazy.
Being aficionados, like, okay, have you got out the mud a radio broadcasting company that you made an LLC? That you have listeners in over 7 countries for all of your stuff? Most demographics, have you done that? Shut the hell up, being talking to me. Damn. Have you wrote books? You done that? You been a part of a bestseller? Have you done any shit? Because everything in my name have done. Have you done it? That's what irked my little nerve. Like you above me because you got
His
all the
little nerve.
accolades. Okay, so you want to talk, but you ain't done a goddamn thing. Why you talking to me?
Yeah.
Everything you see on there, and I can't put the speaker up there because it don't take all that.
Mm-hmm.
It don't take all that. I got 5 companies. You have a company? $50, spoiler alert, in Michigan, started LLC. $25 every February 15th. So it ain't hard. Fill out a little paperwork and actually put some work. I ain't the tech dude. That was our boy Tom. But I learned. I be on TikTok. I'm figuring out something to put on these damn platforms. They're going like, okay, oh, Jelly Wicked, Jeff got something coming out. And people watch. So I'm getting on a little soapbox for all people say a little because my come up is coming.
Yeah, you get off your little soapbox.
Yeah.
Get off your little soapbox. Close us out.
Right now.
My Wayne State people.
Yeah.
When I get my bread, I'm gonna build a state of the art music and radio broadcast shit on there, my name on it, and I'm gonna be petty for 2 seconds. I want pie from Georgia. Go get it, or I ain't signing this check. I'm fucking with you. I just want to see you. Shit, how we gonna figure this out? I've arrived. To me, I've arrived. Because they trying to really make this impossible thing happen. Here's the check. So I'm telling you, Wayne, you watch this when it happened. Like, well, he I'm not serious, but for me, that let me know, Jeff, you got that paper. These niggas sitting there like, damn, can I do it? No, how you gonna get to Georgia, you damn nut? How you gonna do that? Please tell me. Georgia's like 10-hour drive. How you gonna get there in 2 minutes?
I'm about to have him walking.
You the Flash? You got superpowers on no power. I'm just messing with you. But I'm off my soapbox now, For all the little people out there talking that bull, Jack. I've been hearing that for a while. I just never really pondered on like, dang, that's kind of jacked up that you would say that. I didn't know they were dissing.
Don't be petty. They gonna have a whole show called the fall of JLE, like the fall of Diddy. Don't do it.
No. We're not doing no orgies. We ain't doing none of that. No. I'm doing none of that.
You be on your high horse, you get knocked off real quick.
I'll be paid for 2 minutes. Like, we'll get back to business. I think I earned 2 minutes to be petty. That ain't a lot. People out here doing far worse what I plan to do. Just 2 minutes. That's all. Just 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But hope y'all enjoyed the show.
Yeah, it was a good one. Hey, everybody have a good night out there. Be safe. See y'all on the next one.
Drink y'all water.
with the ads outro. Have a good weekend, everybody.
All right.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of Ground Floor. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to check out any of my merchandise, you go to Amazon.com for my books or my music. Merchandise be coming soon. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JL Lee. And tune in next week.
Mm-hmm.